Beyond the traditional 7, there are many subtle spiritual distortions that act like hidden sins, not in the religious sense of punishment, but as vibrational veils, frequencies that pull the soul out of harmony with divine truth.
According to the Akashic records, what are the 7 deadly sins, and what are the 7 opposite energies that we can utilize to alleviate us of those sins? Please give us a breakdown.
According to the Akashic records, the 7 deadly sins are not punishable offenses as much as they are dense distortions of divine energy, places where the soul forgets its true source and tries to derive power or satisfaction through separation, illusion, or control. Each of these distortions has a corresponding liberating frequency that, when embodied, brings the soul back into alignment with divine will and harmony. Here's the spiritual breakdown. 1. Pride. This is the illusion of separation through superiority and over-identification with the ego. The opposite energy is humility, which realigns you with your divinity by honoring the divine in all beings, not just the self. Envy. This is the illusion of lack and comparison, believing others have what you cannot access. The healing frequency is gratitude, which restores your awareness of your own divine timing, soul path, and infinite abundance. 3. Wrath. Anger. This is energy that has been blocked, suppressed, or redirected due to deep unmet needs or unresolved pain. Its liberating opposite is compassion, which allows you to understand the beneath actions, both your own and others. Sloth. Spiritual laziness or apathy. This is when the soul forgets its creative power and becomes disconnected from its mission. Its opposite is purposeful action or diligence, aligning with your soul's why and showing up for it with integrity. 5. Greed, the illusion that more external gain brings internal peace. The opposite energy is generosity, which reminds you that what flows through you is abundant and endless, meant to circulate, not accumulate. Gluttony, an overconsumption of pleasure or stimulus to avoid emptiness or inner pain. The opposite is self-control or mindful nourishment, choosing what truly serves the body, mind, and soul with presence. 7. Lust, not simply desire, but a disembodied craving to possess or be possessed. Its opposite is divine love or sacred union, where intimacy is born from soul connection, not from seeking to fill a void. So each sin is not a moral failing, but a pointer, a signpost that you've moved away from alignment. And the healing path is never punishment, but remembrance. When you embody the opposite energy, you don't suppress the urge, you transmute it, returning to wholeness.
So aside from those 7 deadly sins, are there other sins that we are less aware of that have an opposite that will allow us to rid ourselves of those distortions? Please give us a breakdown.
Yes, according to the Akashic records, beyond the traditional 7, there are many subtle spiritual distortions that act like hidden sins, not in the religious sense of punishment, but as vibrational veils, frequencies that pull the soul out of harmony with divine truth. And these are often overlooked because they're normalized in society or hidden beneath emotional wounds. Each has a liberating counterpart that helps us return to soul alignment. Here's a spiritual breakdown of some lesser-known distortions and their healing frequencies. 1. Self-betrayal. This occurs when you abandon your truth to be accepted, loved, or avoid conflict. Its opposite is self-loyalty, the courage to honor your soul even when it's inconvenient, misunderstood, or alone. 2. Spiritual bypassing. This is the use of spiritual language or practices to avoid emotional depth or accountability. Its liberating opposite is embodied truth, allowing the divine to move through your shadow and your body, not just your words or rituals. 3. Comparison, different from envy. It's the belief that your path is less valid because it doesn't look like someone else's. The opposite is sacred uniqueness, recognizing that your soul has a divine signature that cannot be replicated. 4. Martyrdom. The distortion that suffering makes you more worthy, or that sacrifice is the only way to prove your love or goodness. Its healing opposite is sovereign service, giving from overflow, not depletion, and knowing your worth is not tied to pain. 5. Judgment, not discernment, but the need to label others as wrong to feel safe, superior, or in control. Its liberating counterpart is discernment with compassion, seeing the full picture without attack or projection. 6. Shame, the illusion that something about you is inherently unlovable or unworthy. The healing frequency is self-forgiveness, which reclaims your wholeness beyond any role, wound, or past. 7. Control, a hidden fear-based distortion that seeks to force outcomes due to distrust in life or source. Its opposite is surrendered alignment, action guided by deep inner trust rather than anxiety or force. 8. Suppression of desire. This is the rejection of your natural longings out of guilt, fear, or programming. The opposite is divine desire, recognizing your soul's yearnings as sacred breadcrumbs toward your purpose. 9. Emotional repression. The belief that feeling too deeply makes you weak or dangerous. Its healing opposite is emotional presence, being fully with what arises without becoming it or running from it. Each of these hidden sins is really a lesson in remembering your divine origin. They are veils that help us forget temporarily so we can awaken more deeply when we choose love, truth, and soul sovereignty. And every time we do, we don't just heal ourselves, we shift collective frequency too.